What's up, Raptors fans? Welcome to the Warriors Report. We have some news to break down regarding the Raptors. Now, we know the Raptors lost a heartbreaking game to the Cleveland Cavaliers, and we got some news fairly quickly after the game ended. That was that the Raptors are waiving Sam Dekker. Now, does this mean maybe there's a trade incoming regarding the Goran Dragic? We know there's rumors surrounding him in this entire offseason. Maybe this is a case of them trading a 1-for-2. Or is there something else going on? So we'll break that down in today's video. So if you want to give this video a thumbs up, that'd be much appreciated. If you guys want to hit the subscribe button, we get a lot of Raptors content on here, including latest rumors, news, trade scenarios, trades, and anything you guys want. In-depth analysis, everything's Raptors related. And I'm also going to be expanding to more basketball content as well. So if you want to see more of that, you can always hit the subscribe button. So let's get into today's video. Now, before we start talking about Sam Dekker, I do give out shout outs on this channel. So for today's video, the shout out goes to Lumpy Rex 007, who was the first person to answer my last trivia question correctly. And that was Alvin Robertson was the first Raptors player to score a basket. So Lumpy, thank you so much for your support of the channel, through your likes and comments. It is very much appreciated. Now let's talk a little bit about Sam Dekker and what this means for the Raptors. Now, Blake Murphy did tweet out that the Raptors were flirting with the tax line. So this could just be a case of them waiving Sam Dekker to save a little bit of money. But I think the timing is a little bit interesting. Now, someone did mention this on my live stream. I forget who, but thank you. And I wish I could give you a shout out. I can't remember who said this, but they said apparently there's been speculations that maybe a Goran Dragic trade is happening. Maybe Goran Dragic is being sent somewhere. Maybe we hear this news. I could be recording this and maybe the news is already out, or maybe we hear this in the next few days that Goran Dragic is being shipped elsewhere, and maybe it's a 1-for-2 trade. We do know Goran Dragic is making $19 million, so maybe it's a scenario of that. But I do want to talk a little bit about Sam Dekker as well. So a little bit unfortunate timing for Sam Dekker. He's waived after they announced the birth, or I believe it was they announced him and his girlfriend are expecting a baby. So it's unfortunate, but that's the NBA business. You know, it's I know a lot of Raptors fans felt some sort of way when we chose Sam Dekker over Ishmael Wainwright. And it was heartbreaking because we watched that interview of Ishmael Wainwright and how he was crying. And he said he didn't want to go back to Europe. Now, we do know Ishmael Wainwright. The last I recall, I believe he signed a 2-way contract with the Phoenix Suns. So it wasn't all bad news. Ishmael Wainwright is still in the NBA. But Sam Dekker, unfortunate timing for him, but we know it's an NBA business. He unfortunately loses his NBA job after having a few days after having his baby. So it's unfortunate for Sam Dekker. But again, that's the NBA business. It moves really quickly. We know, obviously, the Raptors have a history with DeMar DeRozan trading him away. So we can't get too emotionally attached to some players, or just because, you know, some players feel some sort of way. It is an NBA business, and that's the hardest part about the NBA. But let's talk about the Goran Dragic, which is a little bit more interesting to me. Now, someone did mention this, as I talked about, guys, in my live stream, that maybe there is a trade coming. Now, this will be very interesting news to keep your eye on for the next 48, 72 hours, and maybe throughout the week. Maybe the Raptors are aggressively shopping Goran Dragic. We know he has not played since the Raptors have gone on their 5-game winning streak. And even in today's game, he did not see any minutes at all. So maybe it's just a case of maybe the Raptors were shopping him around and they didn't want him to get injured. That could be one of the scenarios. So it'll be fun to see what happens with the Raptors regarding Goran Dragic. We know the Raptors were playing a lot better without Goran Dragic, and that's not to disrespect him. Obviously, Goran Dragic is a little bit older. He seemed like he's lost a little bit of his game as well. But he's talked obviously about not wanting to be here. He has higher ambitions, so maybe the Raptors are ready to ship him out. But it'll be something interesting to keep your eye on. Now, I don't want to speculate too much into that. We'll just leave it as it is, and we'll see as the week goes along and what happens with the Raptors. And, you know, of course, Goran Dragic. There's been some people saying maybe we should package Goran Dragic and Chris Boucher. So maybe there's a big trade incoming. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see what the Raptors do. But I do want to end the video off on this note. And as always, guys, you know there's going to be a trivia question for today's video. And that trivia question is, before Scottie was picked 4th overall, who was the highest drafted Raptor in the previous decade? Was it A, Jonas Valanciunas? Was it B, Jakob Poeltl? Was it C, Andrea Bargnani, the next Dirk Nowitzki? Or was it D, Fred VanVleet? So let me know in the comment section below, guys. And you know the deal. Whoever answers this correctly first gets a shout out in my next video. So if you guys want a shout out, you can answer that correctly before someone does. Again, guys, thank you so much for coming out to my live stream. I know I kind of did it last minute, But I do appreciate all of the support and all of you guys being there. So thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you for watching this video. And I hope you guys have yourselves a great day.